Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Trade by Numbers. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And if you're new to the channel, my name's Josiah, and I trade stocks and cryptocurrencies for a living. Now, if you hate making money, this is not the channel for you. If you like making money, if you like learning about stocks, crypto, and investing, you want to be able to reach financial freedom, be sure smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit that like button. I bring these videos out to you every day so that you can make money. Let's get into it. Now, we had a significant down day yesterday, which, if you've been following me at all, I've been calling for this. For about 3 weeks, I've been calling for the market to come down. Everyone keeps saying, Josiah, no, we're in a bull market. Even Jim Cramer says we're in a bull market. You keep calling for the market to go down, that's not going to happen. Well, yesterday we got our first dose of a big crash just ahead of the FOMC Minutes being released today. Now, I put out a video on Monday. I also talked about it a little bit yesterday that I believe when we get these FOMC Minutes released, Powell alluded to the fact that maybe they had considered a pause or a pivot in the meeting, but that he wasn't going to elaborate on it, that we'd see it in the FOMC minutes. So those are going to hit. If they did talk about that, then I believe that's the hopium that the bulls need to go ahead and push this market up even further. And we talked about that we could get that bull trap set. We could see this market just really rally up on that news. However, that news is invalid because we've got a lot of other data since then that the Fed's going to have to be considering at this next meeting. Once they consider that new news, I believe they will have to get more aggressive, at least in their language, and let everyone know that they're going to continue pushing these interest rate hikes. And I don't think the market's going to react very well to that. So, if the minutes come out and they didn't even talk about that, and all along their plan has been to keep pushing forward, the market's not going to like that either, and that could instantly start spiraling us downward. So we had a big pullback yesterday. In fact, we had the S&P close at 2.01%, Dow down 2.06%, and the NASDAQ down a whopping 2.5% down on the day. Now that is very significant. The markets are not supposed to move this much. I know the last couple of years we've had a lot of days up and down, but in a healthy market, the markets don't move this much. 0.5% is quite a bit of movement in the market in a single day. And even though this is not a healthy market, it does make for good day trading conditions, which is why we've been able to make so much money under these conditions where the markets have these huge swings. And speaking of which, did you get into Walmart yesterday? Talked about Walmart. We talked about them beating on earnings, even with the day down as much as it was. Markets down over 2% across the board. We ended up with Walmart up over 0.5% on the day, and considerable amount from where we opened up in the pre-market. Now, I picked up a considerable amount of Walmart yesterday at 142.50. I'm actually still holding that because I wanted to see that hit that 150 mark at least. We ran up even though the market was running down. I do believe we could get a little bit of a green day, at least early on today, until we get those minutes released. I think they're supposed to release somewhere around 2 o'clock this afternoon. We could get a little bit of a pop in the market, and with the market going green, we could get a further run out of Walmart. So I'm still holding on to that. We'll see how that plays out. Excuse me. Got a little bit of sinus drainage going on. Speaking of the markets this morning, we do have the S&P up 0.15% in the pre-market. So just a little bit of green there. My watch list is mixed with a little red and green. And you all know my thoughts on this if you've been following me. When we have a massive sell-off where the markets are down 2%, I would expect to get a little bit of a dead cat bounce or relief rally or whatever you want to call it the following day. Now, that does not mean we don't still close red. Like I said, if those minutes come out and they never even talked about a pause or a pivot, I would expect the market to continue downward. And I've been expecting us to test that 4,000. I've been expecting us actually to go ahead and retest that 3,800 level. So that is my next level. I'm really looking, well, not the next level. I mean, there's some levels along the way. We got to retest 39 before we can retest 38. But I'm ultimately looking for us to come down and retest that 3,800 level. We'll see how it plays out. I'm going to be watching those minutes very closely. We'll talk about that this afternoon. And until then, be blessed. And remember, never trade with your emotions. Always trade by the numbers.